Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Tech Time with Mr. Nguyen. Today we are going to be learning about Python outputs and inputs. Okay? Let's take a look at our learning goals for today. Today you're going to be able to create an output using the print command, and you're going to be able to create an input using the input command. Let's talk about what output is. Output is basically information processed and sent out by the computer, basically things that you see and hear. These are some examples of output. We have speakers and headphones, which outputs sound or music. And then we have monitors, which output things that you see in front of you when you're using a computer or maybe watching TV. Same thing with a projector. And then we have plotter and printers, in which they produce a physical printout of an image. Okay? Next up, we're going to talk about input. Input is basically information sent to the computer. These are some devices that are inputs, such as touchscreen. When you touch something on your iPad or your iPhone, or your Android devices, it's going to send some kind of feedback to your computer. Scanners, keyboard, mouse, and for those of you who like to play video games, your gaming pad or joystick, webcams, and also microphone to record your voice and video. All right. Let's get down to it and code our very first Python program that has output and input. Okay. Now I'm on a Mac right now, and I'm going to hit Command plus to zoom in, so that way we can get bigger text. So remember, on the left-hand side right here, it's the white area in which you guys are going to be writing your code, and code is just basically instruction for the computer to follow. Okay. When you hit the Run button right here, it is going to output your code right here in the black console area. All right, so you go from being a coder when you're typing up your code in the white area, and you're going to change your role into a user, which is someone who tests out people's program, or it could be anyone, after you hit Run. Okay, so immediately when you hit Run, you become the user of your own program to test out your program. Okay, to make sure that's working, so that way when you share it with other people, it's working exactly how you want it to work. All right. So let's get into it. We're going to create our very first output by typing in the print command. So it's print followed by parentheses. Now when you type in the open parenthesis, it closes the parenthesis for you automatically. So make sure that you have both if it doesn't do that. And then we're going to have quotations, and then we're going to type a message inside the quotations. Hello world, exclamation mark. Now I finished typing in my code. This print statement right here is going to output a message to the console right here. So I'm going to press Run, and let's see if it's going to do that or not. I press Run, and it says hello world. There you go. Pretty cool, right? You've created your very first Python output. Just a note here that your program ended, and the way that we know that it ended is because of this chevron, this orange looking chevron symbol right here, indicating that our program has ended. Okay. And another tip, for example, if you just happen to make a mistake while you're coding and you run it, it's going to give you an error right here, and that's okay. I make the same mistake all the time. As long as you go back and try to fix your code. We just missed a parenthesis right there. You can add more print statement. Okay. And then I'm going to press Run. It's going to display hello world. My name is Mr. Nguyen. So I have 2 lines of code using the print command, and it outputs 2 lines of outputs right here. All right. Pretty cool, right? I want you guys to go ahead and create maybe 1 or 2 more print statements using the print command. And we're back. So the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to make it so that the user can interact with our program. Right now, we're only able to type it up and then it runs, but it doesn't allow the user to type in their answer. Okay, so we're going to be able to ask a question and have the computer wait for the user to type in their answer. Okay, we're going to start out with asking the user what their name is. Okay, so I'm going to type in input in quotations. What is your name? Okay, let's run it to see what happens. Run. Okay, and then I get to type in my name, or I'm going to pretend that as if I'm somebody else, and I'm going to type in their name. So let's say the user is Steve, so he's going to type in Steve, and that's it. Now we notice that if I run it again, my program has not ended because that chevron is not there, right? It's waiting for me to type in something. So type in Steve again. The chevron came out and it ended our program. Pretty cool, right? So you can add more print and input statements back to back, and different combinations of print and input statements will help you create a program that makes it seem like as if you're chatting with a computer. So for example, in response to Steve typing in his name as Steve, I can follow that up by print. Wow, that's a cool name. Okay, so when I run it, Steve types in Steve, the computer is going to respond, wow, that's a cool name. And we did that by using another print statement to output a message. All right. I want to get you guys to give it a try, to type in more print statements, more inputs, to play around with the code to see what you can come up with. Go ahead and comment below. Maybe copy and paste your code below in the comment section, so that way we can see what you came up with. All right. That's all for today on Tech Time with Mr. Nguyen. Catch you guys next time.